country debt, it will make that company to have leverage over you. It will make you to be dependent on that company, and if case is not taken, they will exercise their rights to kind of seize your asset if you renege on paying this their debt, or if you violate the terms of the contract that you made with them. So I don't really think that in the long term we can really sustain the kind of debt that we owe to China. And this is why I advise that Nigeria should kind of like balance it up by seeking to do business with other countries. Maybe look for countries that they can also that they can import similar goods from at a cheaper rate, so that we should not be 100% dependent on China. So that was one of the reasons I stated for you not to invest in the Chinese country, or or invest in China in general. Then another reason I stated was trade imbalance and then domestic decline. Now, what do I mean? Let's use the same example. You are a businessman, you imported product from Nigeria at a very cheap rate, and then you are also owing them debt for those imports. Now, because you are doing this, the trade between you and China is not going to be balanced, because they are going to give you this they are giving you this product at a very high discount, and then they are even letting you pay for part of the product. They are going to kind of like make a deal with you that will actually favor them in the long run. And because you think that you are getting the deal at a cheaper rate, you sign any document that they put in your front. So you see that there's no real balance. It's like 60-40, and we are at the lower end. Another thing again is, the let's compare what we actually export to China to what they are importing to Nigeria. You cannot even compare it. What we are exporting is quite few. China don't really need most of our products, and the thing that we actually export, most of them is raw materials and crude oil. Sometimes the Chinese government may accept crude oil as a means of payment for some of the investment that they are doing with Nigeria, and that crude oil most times they actually benefit more from it than we. So you see, there is a trade imbalance, and then there is domestic decline. Now, those other companies that maybe they are not like really large scale, and they are trying to like support Nigeria, do production here in Nigeria. The cost of production in Nigeria is actually high because of inflation, because of the economy